She thought she was inheriting everything. Margaret left her nothing. I'm Emily, and 5 years ago my entire life collapsed in less than a week. I was 2 months pregnant with our second child when my husband Adam confessed he'd been cheating with his coworker Bethany. I didn't find out from him though. I found out when she sent me an ultrasound photo with the caption, "Upgrade." 3 days later, I miscarried. Adam moved in with her that same week. The only reason I survived was Margaret, my mother-in-law. She cut Adam off immediately. She told him she didn't raise him to be a coward, didn't speak to him again for months, and moved me and my son Lucas into her guest house while I put myself back together. For 5 years, she never once met their child. Bethany absolutely hated that. Bethany would post sad little martyr mom quotes on Facebook about children growing up without grandparents, tagging Margaret in all of them like a toddler throwing a tantrum in public. Margaret blocked her every time. Adam tried groveling every holiday, every birthday, every random Tuesday. Letters, calls, gifts, nothing worked. Margaret once told me, "My father left my mother for his secretary. I watched my childhood get destroyed. I'm not rewarding my son for repeating history." Then 3 months ago, Margaret was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. 6 months, maybe less. Within a week, like vultures smelling fresh meat, Adam and Bethany started showing up at the hospital. Flowers, chocolates, dramatic tears. Bethany clutched Margaret's hand like she was auditioning for a soap opera. "I understand your pain now." As a mother, Margaret would smile weakly, thank them, even ask to see photos of their son. I was confused until she pulled me aside and whispered, "I want them comfortable. I want them expecting everything." And oh, did they expect it. Over the next 2 months, Bethany got bold. Too bold. She made comments about how Margaret's main house needed modernizing. She said the guest house Lucas and I lived in could be converted into a rental for extra income once we all move in. She said we. Last week, Margaret invited everyone to dinner at the main house. My parents, Adam, Bethany, and their kid. The air was tight enough to snap. Halfway through, Bethany turned to my son and said, "Soon you'll have a real little brother to share Grandma's big house with. Won't that be fun?" Lucas, 5 years old, blinked at me. "But Mommy, you said we live in Grandma's guest house forever." Bethany smiled, sugary and smug. "Well, things changed, sweetheart. Your daddy told me Grandma's leaving everything to family. And now that we're all family again, we'll all share." I felt cold all over. I looked at Margaret. Her face was unreadable. She just lifted her tea like she was watching a mildly interesting TV show. Adam jumped in, nervous. "Mom's been so generous. She wants us all together again. Right, Mom?" Margaret just smiled. No answer. That night after everyone left, she told me she'd updated her will 2 weeks earlier. She'd been waiting for the perfect moment. Lucas inherits the main house, the guest house, and the entire estate, worth $2.3 million. I receive a $400,000 trust to maintain everything until he turns 18. Adam gets nothing, not even a book. Margaret instructed her lawyer to read the will exactly 1 week after her death. "I want them to mourn appropriately," she told me, "and then get the shock of their lives." Yesterday morning, Margaret passed away peacefully, holding my hand. Her final words were, "You'll know he was loved. That's all that matters." Today, the lawyer called Adam and Bethany. They put the call on speaker, already arguing about who would get which bedroom in the main house. Then the will was read. Silence. Then screaming. Adam yelled that I manipulated her, that the will wasn't legal, that he'd see me in court. Bethany sobbed about how her son deserved to know his grandmother's legacy, and how they'd taken care of Margaret for months. The lawyer said, voice like a glacier, "Mrs. Whitford updated this will 6 times over 2 years. Sound mind, witnessed. There will be no contest." They hung up. An hour later, Adam came banging on the guest house door. I didn't answer. My father did. He opened the door just enough to say one sentence. "Your mother loved you enough to give you one last chance. You failed her again." Adam laughed. This afternoon, Bethany texted me, "You'll regret this. Block." Tonight, Lucas asked why Daddy was so angry. I told him the truth, that Grandma loved you, and love makes people jealous when they know they didn't earn it. He said he missed her. I told him I did too. I'm sitting in our house now, Margaret's house, while Lucas sleeps in the room she decorated for him. Glow-in-the-dark stars still shining. Bethany wanted to take down every photo of my son when she moved in. Tomorrow, I'm putting up more.